Some days, before you even get out of bed, you feel the weight pressing down. It's as if the world has already decided what kind of day you'll have, and you're left bracing yourself for the impact. The ceiling above you feels lower, the air a little heavier, and even the thought of moving seems like a challenge. You lie there, searching for a reason to rise, but all you can feel is the heaviness of what's ahead. The world seems heavier, challenge is bigger, and your strength smaller. Every sound feels louder. Every face in the crowd seems to move with a purpose you can't quite grasp. You watch people rush by, wondering how they make it look so easy, while you're just trying to put one foot in front of the other. Even the smallest tasks, getting dressed, stepping outside, facing the day, can feel like climbing a mountain. Every task feels monumental, every setback personal. The little things that usually go unnoticed suddenly feel like proof that you're not enough. A missed call, a forgotten errand, a spilled cup of coffee. Each one feels like a sign that you're falling behind. The frustration builds, and it's easy to start believing that you're the only one struggling. It's easy to believe everyone else is gliding through life while you're stuck in the mud. You see laughter and connection all around you, but feel separated by an invisible wall. The world keeps spinning, but you feel left behind, wondering if you'll ever catch up. It's a lonely feeling, and it can make you question your place in the world. But bad days aren't an exception. They're part of a full, real life. Everyone, no matter how put together they seem, faces moments of doubt, exhaustion, and struggle. The truth is, nobody is immune to hard days. They're woven into the fabric of being human, reminders that we're alive and feeling. Even the people you admire most have their own battles, their own moments of uncertainty. We all have days when we feel lost and exhausted. Sometimes it's hard to even remember what hope feels like. You might find yourself staring out a window, watching the world go by, feeling like you're on the outside looking in. But these days don't define you. They're just chapters in your story, not the whole book. Having a bad day doesn't mean you have a bad life. It means you're human. It means you care, you feel, and you're alive. It's okay to cry, to need comfort, to look in the mirror and see someone who's struggling. These moments are not signs of weakness, but of courage, because you're still here, still trying. Imagine your life as an arena. Some days the crowd cheers and you feel strong. Other days it's silent and you feel exposed. The arena is vast, sometimes intimidating, and you might feel like you're the only one standing in the spotlight. But this is where life happens, in the open, in the vulnerable moments, in the quiet when you're facing yourself. The goal isn't to avoid the hard days, but to find the courage to step into the arena anyway, to show up, even when you're scared or tired or unsure. Every time you do, you're building resilience, learning about your own strength, and proving to yourself that you can keep going even when it's tough. If today is one of those days, offer yourself some grace. Be gentle with yourself the way you would with a friend. Take a moment to breathe, to rest, to do something small that brings you comfort. You don't have to fix everything right now. Sometimes just surviving the day is enough. You're not broken for feeling this way, you're just in the thick of it. These feelings are not flaws. They're part of being alive. It's okay to feel vulnerable, to need time, to not have all the answers. You're allowed to be exactly where you are, even if it's messy or painful. The bravest thing you can do is acknowledge the truth. This is hard. This hurts. This is a struggle. When you name what you're feeling, you take away some of its power. You give yourself permission to be honest, to be real, and to start healing. Naming it is the first step to moving through it. When you put words to your pain, you open the door to understanding and compassion. You remind yourself that you're not alone, that others have walked this path before you, and that it's possible to find your way forward. Don't numb out or hide. Just be honest with yourself. Let yourself feel what you need to feel, without judgment. Reflection is not weakness. It's a sign of strength. It's how you learn, grow, and eventually find your way back to hope. You're in the arena, and that's what matters. You're showing up for your own life, even when it's hard. That's something to be proud of, even if no one else sees it. The real work of living bravely happens on the tough days. It's not about perfection or always feeling strong. It's about persistence, about choosing to keep going, even when you'd rather give up. So if you're struggling, remember, you're not alone. There are people who care, who understand, and who have been where you are. Reach out if you can and let yourself be supported. You're showing up, and that's enough. Let's keep going, together. Even on the hardest days, you are worthy of kindness, connection, and hope. The arena is never empty, and neither are you. On the hardest days, a quiet voice whispers, "This is it. You're not good enough. Time to quit." It's a voice that creeps in when you're most vulnerable, when the weight of the world feels too heavy to carry. It's subtle, but powerful, and it can make even the strongest person question their worth. It preys on your exhaustion, convincing you that this pain is a stop sign. When you're running on empty, every setback feels like a dead end. Every mistake feels final. The voice tells you that you've reached your limit, that there's no point in trying anymore. But feeling bad isn't the end of the road. It's just a moment. Emotions are like weather. They pass, even when it feels like the storm will last forever. Sometimes the hardest moments are just pauses, not full stops. Quitting in the middle of a storm is like making a life decision in the dark. When the world feels shadowed and hope is hard to find, it's easy to believe that the darkness is permanent. But storms always move on, and the light always returns. Wait for the storm to pass, then reassess. Give yourself permission to pause, to breathe, to simply survive the hard moment. You don't have to make big decisions when you're hurting. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is just hold on. Your feelings are valid, but they aren't your whole story. They're chapters, not the conclusion. You are allowed to feel overwhelmed, sad, or lost, but remember, these feelings are only part of your journey, not the destination. Failure wants you to believe a single bad chapter is the whole book. But every story has twists, setbacks, and moments of doubt. The most inspiring stories are the ones where the hero keeps turning the page, even when it's hard. But a brave life is about getting back up after you fall. It's about refusing to let one stumble define you. Each time you rise, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your setbacks. These hard moments often become turning points. They're the places where you discover your resilience, where you learn what you're truly capable of. The pain you feel now can become the strength you draw on later. When that voice says to quit, talk back. I hear you, but you're not in charge. Remind yourself that you have survived every hard day so far. You are the author of your story, not the voice of doubt. I'm overwhelmed, but I'm not giving up. Even if you need to slow down, even if you need to rest, you are still moving forward. Progress isn't always loud or fast. Sometimes it's just refusing to quit. This is a hard day, not the end. Tomorrow might look different. The sun will rise again, and with it, new possibilities. I will rest, but I will not quit. Rest is not weakness. It's how you gather strength for what comes next. Acknowledge the feeling, but don't accept its verdict. You can honor your emotions without letting them dictate your future. That's how you reclaim your story. By choosing to keep going, you take back the pen and write the next chapter yourself. The story isn't over. This is just a difficult scene. Keep going. The next page might surprise you. We're taught to ignore our emotions, but feelings are data, not weaknesses. Emotions are messengers telling us what matters, what hurts, and where we need change. Instead of numbing out, get curious. What is this feeling trying to tell me? Treat yourself with the compassion you'd offer a friend. Listening to your feelings is a practice. It takes courage and intention. Sometimes the message is uncomfortable, but it's essential for living true to yourself. Your feelings aren't the enemy, they're your guides. Let them help you find your way. We rarely stress over things we don't care about. That knot in your stomach? It means you're invested. Stress and anxiety are signs you're daring to care deeply. In a world that celebrates detachment, caring is brave. The struggle is proof of your commitment. When you feel the weight, remember, it's heavy because it matters. You're not weak, you're all in. This perspective won't erase the struggle, but it transforms it. Your feelings affirm your values. You feel this way because you're brave enough to care. Let that be your strength, not your shame. You're not falling apart, you're invested in what matters. Be proud of that. To the part of you that feels unseen, I see you. I see the hard work, the late nights, the patience, the extra effort. The world may only notice the outcome, but your character is built in these quiet moments. Progress is measured in small, consistent steps. Every bit of effort counts, even if the results aren't visible yet. Don't discount your own labor. Look back at how far you've come. Acknowledge the skills you've gained and the obstacles you've overcome. Your dedication is moving you forward, one step at a time. Give yourself credit for staying in the process. You're doing the hard work, and it matters. Your effort is worthy of respect. There will be moments when quitting feels like the only option, when the weight of your challenges presses down so heavily it seems impossible to keep moving forward. Doubt creeps in, and the voice in your head whispers that maybe it's time to let go, to walk away from the struggle. But this is when your quiet, stubborn courage matters most. It's not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's just a gentle refusal to give up, a silent promise to yourself that you'll try again, no matter how hard it gets. Giving up brings relief, but it costs your dreams and potential. The comfort of quitting is fleeting, but the regret of abandoning your goals can linger for years. Every time you walk away, you leave behind a piece of what could have been. Perseverance is painful, but it shapes who you become. The struggle carves out your character, teaching you resilience, patience, and strength you never knew you had. Don't quit today, not when you've come this far. Every step you've taken, every obstacle you've overcome, has brought you closer to your goal. You owe it to yourself to see what happens if you keep going. Your dream deserves more, and so do you. The journey may be long, but every effort you make is an investment in your future self. You have strength you haven't even discovered yet. There are victories waiting for you that you can't even imagine right now. Not quitting might just mean taking one small step, or simply deciding to try again tomorrow. Progress isn't always fast or obvious, but it's built on the courage to keep showing up. The commitment to continue isn't about heroics. It's about a small, defiant choice to stay in the game. It's about refusing to let setbacks define you, and choosing hope over defeat. Honor the effort you've already made. Celebrate the progress, no matter how small, and let it remind you of your capability. Stay in the process, even if it's just for today. Sometimes, all you need to do is hold on a little longer, and tomorrow will look different. The courage to continue is what defines you. Keep going. Your future self will thank you for not giving up when it mattered most. Life rewards those who keep going. Success isn't about luck, it's about persistence. When you keep going, you tell yourself and the world, my dream matters more than my fear. Refusing to quit opens doors to new possibilities. Think of your journey like forging metal. The fire and hammer shape you, not destroy you. Your struggles are making you stronger. Your dreams are possible, even if the path is different than you imagined. The world needs what you're creating. By persevering, you bring something unique into the world. Don't close the door now. The reward is worth the struggle. Keep going. In our drive to achieve, we forget the power of the pause. When overwhelmed, our instinct is to push harder, but sometimes the bravest thing is to step back. A pause isn't quitting, it's a strategic retreat to refuel and regain perspective. You're not a machine, you need space to breathe. Stepping away can bring clarity and calm. Try it now. Take a deep breath, let go of some tension, and reconnect with your why. You don't need all the answers right now, just trust your capacity to figure it out. The pause is your anchor. Use it to reset. Remember, rest is part of resilience. Give yourself permission to pause, then return, renewed. The pause is powerful. Embrace it. This moment isn't the end of your story. It's a difficult passage, not the final chapter. Your story is still being written, and you hold the pen. Don't let today's struggle define your future. The most powerful choice is to believe better days are coming. Your effort matters, and this pain is temporary. You've survived every worst day so far. Draw on your resilience and courage. Today is another chance to get back up. The world needs you to keep going. Your dream needs you to keep going. The future you is counting on you. This is the middle, not the end. Dig deep, find your courage, and keep writing your story. You are the hero. Keep going.